It's time for Sunday morning coffee and trains. With your host, Highball and Hogger, and his sidekick, Hogger Monty. Brought to you by the PRR in the 1950s and N scale. Now here's your host, Highball and Hogger. Good morning, Hoggers. It's Sunday morning coffee and trains. We're rocking and highballing from Wintuna to Montyville. It's Sunday, August the 1st, 1954 on the layout. We got our coffee at Lulu's. And we're trackside. And playing on the radio, the #1 Billboard hit of the day, of this day, Shake, Rattle, and Roll by Bill Haley and his Comets. Hope everyone is well. Had a great week. Been able to do a little work on your layouts, run some trains, staying cool. Like I said, we're trackside in Montyville. We should be having a westbound train here momentarily. Our first train up today is westbound train number 53, the Fort Pitt, Pittsburgh to Chicago. Our power for number 53 today is 2 EMD EP22s. Our lead unit is EP22 number 5887, built by GM EMD in April 1950. Her builder's number was 10424, rated at 2,250 horsepower from 2 EMD 567B prime movers, V12 two-stroke diesels with a A1A wheel arrangement with a maximum speed of 98 miles per hour. Attractive effort of 56,500 pounds with a 55-22 gear ratio. She was assigned to the Philadelphia region. She was renumbered 4287 for Penn Central on June the 14th, 1966. This unit was featured in the painting by Mr. Griff Teller called Pittsburgh Promotes Progress from 1954. It was also featured in Trains magazine, May 1964 issue, which I have right here, and that's 5887 right there where my thumb is. This is the magazine. Our trailing unit today on number 53 is PRR number 5899. She was an EP22, built by GM EMD in March of 1951. Her builder's number was 13114, rated at 2,250 horsepower from 2 EMD 567B prime mover V12 two-stroke diesels with an A1A wheel arrangement, maximum speed of 98 miles per hour. Tractive effort was 56,500 with a 55-22 gear ratio. She was also assigned to the Philadelphia region. She was renumbered 4299 for Penn Central on July the 28th, 1966, and renumbered again to 306 for Amtrak. 5899 led a special train with visitors to the Horseshoe Curve for the dedication of K4 number 1361 on June 8, 1957. She also led a special rail fan excursion put on by the Philadelphia chapter of the National Railway Historical Society on April the 8th, 1962, to Hollidaysburg to tour the PRR Samuel Ray shops, then down to Muleshoe Curve, Gallitzin, and via the New Portage branch, then to Horseshoe Curve, stopping to visit 1361, and then back to Philadelphia, which was a round trip of over 500 miles at the cost of $11.50 per person. Our crew for number 53 today is Hogger Charles N. Randolph. Our fireman is Herbert McKinney, and our conductor is Seymour Hamilton. I hope y'all been like me, trying to stay cool. It's been hot. Now, in the news for 1954, in Geneva, the US, UK, and France reach an accord on the Indochina Armistice, dividing Vietnam along the 18th parallel. Eisenhower announces his domino theory of communist expansion, and the British end a 72-year occupation of Egypt. In sports, Indianapolis 500 winner Bill Vukovich, I hope I pronounced that right, and the Stanley Cup winner for 1954, the Detroit Red Wings. In the weather, Altoona, on this day, a low of 64, high 79, with 0 rainfall, winds up to 18 miles per hour. In Pittsburgh, low 66, high 77, no rainfall, winds 18 miles per hour. In Philadelphia, the low was 79, high 93, no rainfall, and winds up to 16 miles per hour. In entertainment, Rear Window and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea are playing at the movies. And on Lulu's Sunday menu, she has barbecue pork ribs, brisket, potato salad, coleslaw, baked beans, corn on the cob, sattarelli rolls, tea, coffee, and milk. And for dessert, red velvet cake, cherry or apple pie, and fresh churned ice cream. And we're going to pause a minute and we're going to move the camera. Going to move over to Monteeville or to Maple Grove and catch our second train. It's coming into view just about now. Our second train today is MT4, an eastbound empty hopper train. Our power today for MT4, our lead unit is PRR number 9605. She is an AF-15 or FA-1 built by American Locomotive Company in March of 1950. Her builder's number is 77011. She's rated at 1500 horsepower. From an Alco 244B prime mover V12 4-stroke diesel with a BB wheel arrangement, maximum speed of 65 miles per hour, with 61,150 pounds of tractive effort. I can't talk. With a 74-18 gear ratio. She was assigned to the Philadelphia region in the 1950s and then to the Pittsburgh region in the 1960s and retired on May the 7th, 1965. Our trailing unit is PRR number 9605B. She's an AF-15B or FB1 built by American Locomotive Company in March of 1950. Her builder's number is 76894. She's rated at 1500 horsepower from an Alco 244B prime mover 12-cylinder 4-stroke diesel with a BB wheel arrangement, maximum speed of 65 miles per hour. Tractive effort was 58,800 pounds with a 74-18 gear ratio. Her assignment was also the Philadelphia region in the 1950s, the Pittsburgh region in the 1960s, and retired March the 12th, 1965. Our crew for MT4 today is Hogger John Paul Murphy, Fireman J.W. Miller, Head Brakeman is Ike G. Thompson, and at the rear of our train is Conductor Curtis Griffin and Rear Brakeman Ellis C. Martin. On board, cabin car number 477775. She is an N5B and was assigned to the Chesapeake region. That is one of the little things I wanted to add to the videos, was adding the crews to the trains. And these are or were actual PRR hoggers, firemen, conductors, brakemen, everything. Been doing a lot of research the last couple months and came across a place online that listed a lot of railroaders all the way up to in the 90s and told what railroad they worked for, the years they worked, their job titles, whether they were engineers, hoggers, or firemen, what have you. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoy that. It's just a little something I try to do to bring everything a little bit more alive. Actually adding an actual people who actually did those jobs for this railroad. And they listed not only just the Pennsylvania Railroad, but many other railroads. New York Central, Lehigh Valley, Southern, N&W, B&O, just a whole slew of railroad. And yeah, just a little, it's fun. Try to bring a little bit more realism, to my trains. But yeah, I hope y'all like that extra little feature there, a little information. But we haven't done a whole lot to the layout this week. I've worked some extra hours. I've done a little bit of work. Actually started something new. I'll move y'all without making you sick. Back over here to Monteeville. I don't know if y'all can see it. I'll try to zoom in. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. One of my light bulbs is gone out and on right over this side, but if you can see, I've started installing the Woodland Scenics power poles, the pre-wired power poles. The first set. I've done. We're here to Wintuna, catch this empty hopper train, MT4, coming through Wintuna. We got the Fort Pitt coming into Wintuna. Make a station stop. Wrong train, Hogger. You're not supposed to stop. For a train that was supposed to be photographed quite a bit back in the day, the Fort Pitt, because it was a daylight train, it went through a lot of these towns in the daylight, where a lot of them were at night. There's not very many photographs online. This train, like I said, was a daylight train. She picked up mail at just about every station between Pittsburgh and Chicago. Had quite a lot of stops. But yeah, I've started installing some of those power poles. Did a couple more street lights. That's about it all I've done on the actual layout. I've been doing a lot of research and trying to get some more supplies in, and waiting on paint for the E7s. Let's see what else. We did make everybody, trying to not make everybody dizzy. But we did get in a few more pieces of memorabilia. Last couple of months I've gotten in quite a few pieces. I'll show you a few at a time, not try to bombard you with everything in one video, but I got this week. It's a switch lock, Lane PA. It's a PRR switch lock. Got to find a key to fit it. That is a key. I think that's a Slaymaker key, I believe. PRR. So if you can see it there, the tube, but it won't fit that one, so I know that's not a Slaymaker lock. And I got this one a couple months ago. I believe this was a signal box lock. It had signal department on it. PRR logo. This is a Slaymaker lock. It's just a smaller one. Got this little creamer, little jar. They use these on the dining cars. Would place them on the tables for your coffee creamer. Set them on there, they would be full of coffee creamer. We got a couple of these which are really cool. Brotherhood of Locomotive and Firemen. Brotherhood of Locomotive Firemen and Engineers. Can't talk. This one's from 1955. I believe this gentleman worked out of, we're around Conway Yard, I believe. He run a lot of Alco RS 1s and 2s, VO 1000s, BS10, AS10, some Alco S2s, and we got this one here just the last week or two. It's from 1950-51. This gentleman operated out of Enola. He run a lot of F units and RF-16 Sharks. This would be, you would have this, everybody would have this, whether you're a fireman or engineer, and that would be your logbook for the year. You would put your time, where you went, what locomotive, what train, your crew number. And we got this recently. It's a copy of the Pennsylvania Railroad Dining Car Department. It has all the recipes of the Pennsylvania Railroad served on their dining cars. And there's a few other things, but like I said, I won't bombard everybody with everything in one video. But that's what I got this week, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed hanging out for a few minutes. I'm kind of rusty at all this. I know I've probably made quite a bit of mistakes. We'll get back into some sort of swing of things on making these, but yeah, like I said, everybody, hope you enjoyed. Hit the like button. Leave me a comment. Everybody stay safe this week. Have a good week. Hope you have all clear signals all week. And remember, keep eyeballing, hoggers.